No lighter, no matches, no electricity, just 2 sticks, some dry grass, and the freezing dark closing in around you. This was the only way to make fire for over 90% of human history. And here's the part that should surprise you: for a huge number of ancient humans, it's very possible they never actually did this at all. Fire wasn't just warmth, it was survival itself. It kept predators away at night. It made food safe and easier to digest. It let humans move into freezing climates that would have killed them without it. But here's the problem almost nobody thinks about: starting a fire from absolutely nothing is incredibly hard. Even with modern knowledge, most people today couldn't do it on their first, 5th, or even 20th try. So how did early humans crack this? And why might some of them have avoided the problem entirely? Let's break down exactly how firemaking actually worked. The simplest method is called the hand drill. Take a straight, thin stick. Place the tip against a flat piece of softer wood. Then spin it rapidly between your palms, pressing down as you go. The friction generates heat. Enough heat, eventually, to create a tiny ember in the wood dust building up at the base. Sounds simple. It is not. This method demands intense, sustained effort, spinning fast enough, for long enough, without stopping, all while maintaining exactly the right pressure. Most people trying this for the first time today can spin for 10 minutes straight and get absolutely nothing. Ancient humans who mastered this did so through years of practice, often taught hands-on from childhood, passed down the exact same way for countless generations. Eventually, ancient humans figured out a serious upgrade: the bow drill. Instead of spinning a stick with bare hands, they wrapped a cord around it and attached that cord to a small bow. Moving the bow back and forth spun the stick far faster and with far less exhausting effort than the hand drill alone. This was a genuine engineering leap. It converted simple back and forth arm motion into fast, sustained rotational force, the same basic mechanical principle used in early hand drills for woodworking thousands of years later. With a bow drill, a skilled user could reliably produce an ember in a fraction of the time, and with a fraction of the exhaustion, compared to the hand drill method alone. Friction wasn't the only method. Some ancient humans discovered they could strike specific types of stone together, particularly flint, against a mineral called pyrite, to throw off small, hot sparks. Land one of those sparks on the right kind of dry, fluffy tinder, dried moss, fungus, or shredded bark, and with the right breath and patience, that spark could grow into a flame. This method required knowing exactly which materials worked. Not every stone produces a usable spark, and not every plant material catches one. That knowledge had to be discovered, tested, and passed down long before anyone understood the chemistry behind why it actually worked. Here's the detail almost nobody talks about. Starting a fire from nothing was so difficult and unreliable that most ancient groups avoided doing it whenever they possibly could. Instead, the real strategy was simple: never let the fire go out. Embers were carefully transported in protective bundles when groups moved to a new location. Someone was almost always assigned to keep the fire fed, day and night, through every season. Losing that fire wasn't just inconvenient, it could mean going back to the slow, exhausting struggle of starting completely from scratch. Fire, once you had it, became something you protected fiercely, not something you casually recreated whenever you felt like it. Here's the part that genuinely surprises people. Some researchers studying isolated ancient and historical communities have found evidence suggesting a few groups may have actually lost the knowledge of how to start fire from scratch entirely, surviving instead purely by maintaining fires that had been kept alive, generation after generation, for centuries. If that fire ever did go out completely, with no ember to recover it from, that knowledge simply wasn't there to fall back on. Some accounts describe communities that, if this happened, had to trade with or seek fire directly from neighboring groups just to get one going again. Think about that. Fire is one of humanity's most fundamental achievements, and yet, for some communities, the ability to create it may have quietly vanished, while the fire itself was simply never, ever allowed to die. It's a strange reminder that even the most basic knowledge isn't automatically permanent. Sometimes survival depended less on invention, and more on never letting go of what you already had. So the next time you flick a lighter without a second thought, remember, for almost the entirety of human history, That single small flame was one of the most precious, hard-won things a group of people could possess. Fire didn't just help humanity survive. In some very real cases, it may have been the one thing an entire community simply could never afford to lose. If you want to know how ancient humans built the shelters that fire alone couldn't keep warm, using nothing but what they could find around them, that video's coming next. Subscribe so you don't miss it.